Hello, hello to all of you amazing people who traveled light years to be here. Do you feel the hug? Every single healer and practitioner in this place at this time is sending their healing into the vortex on this land to be magnified for your healing. This is a very special place. Thank you, Medicine Muse Nichelle Moonshadow, for your impressive vision and for working so hard to make this first healing fair possible. And from my heart to your heart, Nichelle, I am so honored that you asked me to be part of all of this. Hey, everybody. To get started on the right foot, can I suggest that if your shoes are still on, take them off and put those bare feet with the wiggly toes on the healing earth. Come on, do it now. I'll wait. Better? More connected? Feeling a little more whole? Wonderful. I'm Sue Rumack, empath trainer and founder of Courageous Path Empath Support. I'm a channeler, lightworker, healer, and mostly a normal person. And I've been all of this my entire life, plus awakened and connected to Source and my guides, the soul guardians, since childhood. I have always been guided, but sometimes life was way too loud to hear the guidance. Protective energy shields for empaths is our topic, and I promise some new information that might open a whole new way of looking at how you protect yourself from negativity and overwhelm. Plus, we will take a little semi-out-of-body visit into the shielding dimension. We have a little over an hour, so little time, and so much to share. If you want more detail on quantum energy protective shielding, there is a surprise free gift and a very special Medicine Muse attendee offer to keep this seminar at your fingertips after you leave. So, welcome to Traditional Protective Shields versus 21st Century Quantum Energy Protection. There are big differences between traditional shielding activated from energies outside our bodies and your inborn protection. Our focus today is on just one of your inborn shields, and it works from inside your own energy field. And to be clear, you were born with not one, but 3 active protective shields that at present are only about 50% functional until you do your part. Our focus is on your outer perimeter shield because it's the biggest one, and it's because it's the front-facing shield that gathers up or takes the hit from all incoming energies. Are you an empath, lightworker, healer? Have you been diagnosed as an HSP, highly sensitive person, to all the energies around you to the point of overwhelm and needing to isolate behind big, thick, protective walls? Do you ever beg your angels to make you invisible to the pain around you so it will all stop hurting? And are you so ready for a little peace and serenity in your life? All this stress isn't because you don't know how to shield. You do it every day. But it feels like you still need more. What you're really asking for is quantum energy shields to block the waves of quantum energy that radiate off of every person, plant, and animal on the planet. You're asking for an energetic buffer zone between you and all the stuff that others send in your direction. Energy. You need energy that talks to energy and is finally heard, seen, respected, and felt by those who send nasty stuff your way. Protective quantum energy shielding is very different from traditional shielding. Quantum energy shields are the inner fight-or-flight intuitive survival system you're born with. And it's the same system that's kept man alive for multi-thousands of years. It's your built-in energy recognition system, and it's fueled not by your own body's electricity, but by source energy, universal energy. So it never gets tired. It never wears out. These shields, by necessity, are very loud in alerting you to all incoming emotional energies, but most especially to danger. And get ready for this one. They use your mind, body, spirit, soul, and energetic essence connections to communicate with you first. Prior to your birth, like a computer app, they are set on default to alert you to all kinds of incoming energies. As you mature, part of your job is to program them to protect and alert, not just alert. The problem is that until you figure out which incoming energies, such as hostility, fear, illness, pain, etc., that you need protection from, you can't really tell your shield what to block or how to respond. So they respond independently on their own. And that's where it gets overwhelming. Without a real job description from you about your needs, all they can do is alert you to every incoming energy as loudly as possible. So you'll pick yourself up and move your little skinny little butt out of harm's way. They do this to perfection every single day, even when you're using your traditional shield as your primary protection. Got that? And if you're wondering why the overwhelm is so huge, it's because until you tell your shield what to block and how to return it to the sender, you get double energy hits. That's right, double energy. The first is the incoming energy attack from outside. And then the second, insult to injury, is the alert sent by your outer shield to get your attention. Both energy hits are really loud, and both hit inside your body and your mind within seconds of each other. That's why it feels like a wham-bam that hits you. Wham-bam. Outside energy plus your own alert system that hasn't been programmed to manage the incoming stuff. Programming eliminates both sources of overwhelm. I'm going to repeat that. Programming, you telling your outer shield and your inner shield how to respond, eliminates both sources of overwhelm. And the result is that you get to love your gifts without stress, without overwhelm, and without the need to hide from the world. Cool, huh? So what is quantum energy? Well, quantum energy is source energy. Yeah, so what? Source energy. It's big. It's more than big. It's sentient. It's thinking. It's communicating. And it's very quick at taking instructions that are going to make its work easier. Sentient, communicating, and quick at taking instructions? Kind of cool. You were born with 3 very powerful shields encoded into your DNA. And when they are told what you need, they will work independently to protect you. They will work together as a team, all 3 of them, to protect you. And they will work with you as a partner to protect you, to reduce overwhelm, and to reduce your need to isolate. Quantum shielding, all 3 of them, is a system. And like computer apps, you get to play with the system and make it work the way you need it to, when you need it to. So, you have 3 shields. An inner shield, an outer shield, and an inner critic. Today we're using your outer shield as our example because it protects the most physical territory around you and because it's the first contact with all outer energy. Right. Big thought, huh? FYI, just in case you're wondering all that stuff about inner critic being a protection system, it is a super energy system, like superhero energy system. Why? Because it protects you from yourself taking any risks that might potentially harm you. Think about that. Every time you want to do something, inner critic steps up and goes, think about this, you didn't do it well last time. So inner critic, when properly programmed, is actually transformable from saboteur to your greatest success partner. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about your outer shield, the one that takes all those hits from all that incoming, damaging, needy energy. Quick recap. Outer shield alerts are as primitive today, as our caveman ancestors experienced way back then, multi-thousands of years ago. Outer shield still gets your attention by using very loud body sensations like sick stomach, buzzing in your head, trouble swallowing, so many more, that translate instantly to emotions like fear, the need to run and hide, and so many more, which triggers your mind and brain to get you into action. And you know which actions you usually take when you feel those overwhelming body sensations. Take a moment now and just kind of think about what sensations you get in your body when you just know something dangerous is out there. And then think about what instantly happens in your mind, what emotion pops up. And then, instantly, what actions do you take to get yourself out of harm's way? I'm going to repeat that in a second. Shielding is tied directly to mind, body, spirit, soul, energetic essence that are the 5 foundational blocks of every human being. There is no human being that does not have mind, body, spirit connection, soul connection, and energetic essence connection to source. Which means when you feel an alert in your body, your brain kicks in with emotional response, which triggers the mind to take action that moves your skinny butt out of harm's way. Yeah, well now we're ready to get to programming shield. So what is programming a shield? That sounds way too complicated. It's not. When you tell your shield what to protect you from and how to return it to the sender, it does exactly what it's told. And you can relax, stop hiding from nasty energies, and finally take control of overwhelm. Programming your shield doesn't drain your body's energy because it uses universal source energy to run the responses to the sender, meaning you will be less exhausted than when using traditional shields. Think about that. Less exhausted than using traditional shields because you're using universal source energy to respond and to protect you. Truly protective shields are made from the same energy as the energy attacks you receive. Protective shields are made from the same energy as the energy attacks you receive. So matching vibrational frequencies are matching like energy, which means they talk to each other. They communicate. And when they communicate, you get heard and respected. What's the difference between this and traditional shielding? Traditional shielding doesn't talk to the attacker's energy. It tries to block and accidentally or maybe intentionally attacks back. Even if you go into hiding, isolation, withdrawal, the return message to sender is still vibrationally hostile. So with this response, when you set traditional shields to do everything possible to hide you away from self-imposed isolation from everyone and everything that might be harmful, how does that actually improve your stress? How does that actually solve your problem? In contrast, quantum energy shields communicate. They read incoming energy and they respond to each attack uniquely every time. We could actually call them communicative shields instead of quantum energy shields. So let's do that for the next few minutes. Communicative shields talk to what feels like energy attacks, but what actually registers as what they really are. More often, an energy attack is a misrepresented cry for help or an aggressive need from other people. Is this a new way of looking at the massive overwhelm that feels like a hostile attack? A misrepresented cry for help? An aggressive need? Communicative energy shields send a response that's heard in the attacker's heart before it's intuitively heard in their brain. Remember mind, body, spirit? Messages received in heart are more powerful than blocking and isolating shields because you are heard and you're setting respectful boundaries for how you want to be treated. No more need to hide out in isolation to recover from exhaustion. It just keeps getting better. Your outer shield is a buffer zone that sits between you and others, cushioning you from the direct hit of incoming energy. The added bonus, on top of the buffer zone and beyond being heard, felt, seen, and respected, is that you have real space in real time to consciously respond to that attack on a person-to-person level. These are real actions that you actually have to take at some point in time, not just an energetic send to get you hidden. Real actions, not trying to hide in plain sight behind an isolating wall. Very different from fight or flight responses or from traditional healing. What would it feel like to take a deep breath? Do that now. Take a deep breath. Deeper. Take a deep breath and step out into the light and the air. What would it feel like to be fully in your power? To be fully seen for the valuable person you are and fully heard for the valuable wisdom you share and fully respected, again, for the valuable person you are. Feel that now. Protection generated from quantum energy shields successfully talks to your attackers no matter where the attack comes from or why it was sent. Think about this. Your energy is wordlessly, no words, talking to their energies. Somehow, the next time you see your attackers, they are easier to get along with. And you haven't actually talked to them face to face. Not one out loud word has been spoken. This interactive communication happens because both sets of energies are made from the same energy frequencies. Like energies, protection responding to like energy attack gets results. Traditional shielding uses unlike protection vibrations. Unlike vibrations. From crystal structures, from sage, intentions, mantras, mind-constructed light bubbles, etc., you piggyback on their various processes to try to control incoming quantum energy. But they all resonate at different frequencies than the energy attack. It's as if they speak different vibrational languages that don't communicate with yours. So they work sometimes, but misconnect and don't work other times. And in the process, you use a lot of energy building and maintaining them. At the end of the day, it's exhausting. Lightworkers, healers, caregivers, you all know what I'm talking about because you filter your clients' energies through your own bodies and energy fields as part of your healing process. But without this like energy protection, a lot of what you filter gets stuck in your own cells, leaving you drained, exhausted, needing time to recharge before you can work again. You know what I'm talking about. Over time, you will burn out and even get sick with undiagnosable illnesses unless something changes. And I know you love your shielding techniques. I do too. I love mine. Shielding, or the changing shielding method, doesn't mean you must give away the crystals, the sage, the mantras, the intentions. Instead, they become valuable auxiliary tools in the same toolbox. I use my crystals. My home's filled with them. My body wears them. I use my sage and most definitely my intentions. I talk to my guides and my angels every single day, but I shield primarily using quantum energy barriers I was born with, just like you were born with. Now, just a little more talking before we get to that promised out-of-body meditation that's going to get you into the energetic dimensions where shielding actually lives. It's a waking meditation, and it's fabulous. But just a little bit more talking. So hold on, we're almost there. What do modern empaths need that's different from what our parents and grandparents needed? Think about that a moment. We are 21st century folk. And we are flesh and blood, spiritual, thinking beings connected to the earth that supports us, and at the same time, we are technologically advanced multi-systems that run itself. We are a living computer. Our body's computer has its systems, but no user's manual. No user's manual. Which means most of the time we are running on default, operating at less than half capacity. So, 21st century, what do you need to shield against that is light years different from what your great-grandparents needed to shield against? And they used traditional shielding very well. Think back 100 years. It's different now. '21st century empath protection needs to be different than the simpler traditional method because we are living in technological times that expose us to vibrational frequencies of global communication, global danger, global politics. Not only are we stressed intellectually, but we are stressed spiritually in the quantum energy fields that surround our body. And how we shield in 2017 needs to be quantum leaps beyond using the gentle traditional tools of our past. If you trust your favorite shielding methods, keep them alongside your reprogrammed quantum energy shield. Each tool enhances and validates the other. You can have both. I would never give up my crystals, or my sage, or my singing bowls, And my guides have never given up on me because each has a powerful place in my toolbox. I also know from teaching shielding for 11 years and successfully living shielded all my entire life, over 6 decades, that quantum energy shielding programmed to respond to hostility, to others' pain, others' fears, others' needs, etc., 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 gives me an energetic buffer zone between the hit my shield takes and my physical body. As a result, my body doesn't feel the pain in the same way. My mind doesn't fall into confusion or fear that isn't mine. I can function in any crisis because my intellectual, my brain space, is separated from everyone else by the quantum energy barrier. I always feel completely grounded and safe. How can I claim this is true? How can I claim I didn't just make all this stuff up? Very simple. Number one, quantum energy is now a valid science, and scientists are measuring how energy enters the human energy field. There are even thermographic photos showing all of this. I didn't make it up, folks. Personal experience, mine and others, I train empaths and soul coach up to 6 hours a day, non-stop, back-to-back sessions over the telephone, internationally, every day. And I still have energy to write, teach, and live my real life. And I'm 68 years old. How does that work? This form of shielding works not just for me, but everyone that I have taught over the past 11 years. My students swear up, down, and sideways that quantum shielding changed their lives from day one. How does this relate to you? You specifically. Protective quantum energy shielding means now this is really simple. It means you receive a danger alert and you have a personal first response team that jumps into action as soon as that alert bumps up against your outer perimeter shield. Look, if you want an easy packaged solution, keep using what you're using and getting the results you're getting. If you're happy with them, you don't have to do anything else. I would never say change something that works. But if you need to and are willing to go a little further, learn all 3 protective shields, then practice your new tools, combining them with your old tools and tweaking them until they give you the space to relax inside your energetic buffer zone, programmed to communicate on your behalf, you will feel and see results very fast. Sadly, too many empaths feel cursed by the very gifts of being able to feel so much from everybody and everything. You know what I'm talking about. We all feel it. Energy enhanced shields give you back your life. They really do. Did you catch a few minutes ago that I said you were born with 3 protective systems? Outer shield is 1. Inner shield is the 2nd. And inner critic is the 3rd. Outer shield takes care of outer perimeter up to about 2 feet from your body. Inner shield is the real heavy lifter. It's smaller, but it's stronger. It protects your vulnerable heart core from outside and inside attacks at the same time. And oh yeah, inner critic. Here's the big surprise in protection systems. It protects you from you. Yep. The more risk you want to take, the more nervous it gets. And it reminds you of every mistake you ever made. But it does that to keep you from getting hurt. inner critic is a misrepresented shield. Think on that for a while. Obviously, I can't teach you everything you need to know in 1 hour, but I can get you inside, physically inside your outer perimeter shield, so you can actually feel the vibrational barrier is really there. Are you ready? Are you ready to actually feel the electricity that invisibly protects you? It's going to tingle right through your hands and maybe up your arms a little, and maybe by the end of it, if you happen to be sitting down inside of it, you might feel a whole body tingle, but I can't promise that. If touching it isn't proof that that outer barrier exists, I don't know what is. Outer shield is the largest of your 3 shields, and it patrols your outer perimeter to about 24 to 36 inches outside your body. Join me now in a waking meditation to physically stand inside your outer shield and feel its electricity on the palms of your hands. So, like I said, this is a waking meditation, and you will be consciously standing inside your own energy field for about 10 minutes. You can also, if needed, do this seated with enough space around you to spread your arms wide and move them around, instead of moving your body in a standing circle with outstretched arms. So if you're seated, need to remain seated, simply visualize moving your body instead and move your arms and hands as instructed. If you don't wish to participate in the meditation, but do want to remain for the rest of the seminar, no worries. Just be very, very quiet. Respect the focus needed by those ready to take a quantum energy leap into 21st century shielding. Please don't talk, move around, unpack your picnic, or otherwise disturb the energy fields we are accessing. Our seminar will continue after this meditation. So, now, please turn off all digital devices. Not just put them on mute or vibrate, but turn them off. You'll turn them on again soon. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's begin. In this waking meditation, your human senses partner with spiritual sight and spiritual touch. You're actually bridging dimensions. So you're going to be standing in both the human dimension and the source energy dimension at the same time. Nothing to be concerned about. You can never actually leave your full human dimension, so you can't get lost. Also, please consider your neighbors and use light, normal breathing for this meditation. Yogic breathing is a little too heavy and can be disturbing. It stops others from getting into their own space. Also, I will pause between instructions so you can catch up. You can get there before I continue. My motto, no empath left behind. Are you ready? Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, so everyone, please stand up now and move slightly more than an outstretched arm's distance from your closest neighbor. Do that now. Stretch out your arms to make sure that you're not going to touch them. Okay, step away from your chair so you won't get tangled up with it when asked to slowly turn in place in a full 360 circle. So now please step away from your chair. I think we're ready. Okay. Close your eyes now. Just close them lightly. You are in a safe, protected space with your guides and angels, celebrating that you are returning to your pre-birth energy to touch the protection you were born with. Feel that, that bubble of excitement that they feel for you. They are holding your hand. You are completely within their circle. Take a cleansing, slow breath in and out. And another breath in and out. And stand with feet hip width apart. Feel your feet grounding down into the earth. You are solid and you are connected. With each out-breath, your upper body is sinking deeper into your hips, into that cradle of pelvic area. Just feel your upper body sink right down there now. Shoulders are relaxing and dropping. Your neck is softening. Let your chin drift down a little closer to your chest. Not touching, but just a little closer. And soften your arms to rest at your side. Fingers pointing down. Eyes still closed. Breathe slowly in and out a few times. And as you breathe in, with each breath, feel your heart slowing down a little more. And out, let your heart just relax. And in, slow down, relax. In, slow down, relax. Your heart is completely calm and at ease. Slowly raise your arms to about chest height, hands out in front, palms gently facing forward like two little side-by-side stop signs. Eyes still closed. Using your hands now, begin to slowly push against the air in front of you. You're pushing the air in front of you. Move your arms from the elbow. Move your arms forward, hands, palms facing forward and back. Repeating slowly over until you find a little resistance from the air, kind of like you pushed into a thickness in the air. Back and forth, palms forward. Oh yes, the air is getting a little thicker now. Do you feel it? Keep testing the air surface in front of you. Move your arms up a little. Move your hands to the left now. Push the air back and forth a little bit. Maybe a little closer into your chest if you're not quite catching that sponginess, that thickness. Slowly push out and out and out, out until you finally reconnect with the resistance. Excellent. Back to center chest now. Keep your palms loosely in that stop sign position so you can feel the air surface on the full surface of your palms. Keep playing with that airspace and the distance from your chest until you feel the strongest resistance. The air is getting warm. It might feel a little spongy or thick. There it is. You've got it now. Your palms might be tingling or feeling electricity buzzing a little? Are you beginning to feel that tingle and the electricity buzzing? Fingertips, what are they feeling? Palms, what's the feeling there? Hands. Now pay attention to your wrists. All are reacting to something, and they're sensing something. But what is it that they're sensing? Your eyes are still closed to our reality, our human reality, and you are now between dimensions, experiencing sensation in both dimensions. You are connecting with the inside surface of your outer vibrational shield. What you feel is the source energy boundary you were born with. Ladies and gentlemen, you've come home. This is the vibrational barrier that senses all incoming energies. You are in the quantum energy field. And you're also firmly anchored into the human realm. Now that you've found your outer shield, let's play a little. Eyes still closed. Starting with the front of the shield, move your hands in any way you like, getting to know how far it is from your body. So move your elbows in a little bit. Just see, is it 6 inches from your body? Is it 12 inches, 18, 24? Is it all the way out arm's length, maybe even 36 inches? Okay, now using the palms of your hands, feel your way to the top, all the way to the top. Your window washers now. And you're moving your hands side to side as far as you can reach. Do you feel those electrical tingles? It's kind of like an electric fence, sort of, but not painful. Do you feel those tingles? Okay, now that you feel the tingles, do you feel a little bit of warmth around your hands? Almost kind of like a little cloud of warmth. Push on the barrier gently and see what happens with the warmth and the tingle. What are you feeling? Okay, now you're getting up close and personal with your outer shield. Good work. Next, you've been facing front all this time. Now, turn your body to your right side. This is the inside right side of your shield. Check how far it extends out from your body. It's okay if it's less than the front shield. It's also okay if it's more than the front shield. Okay. Now move your hands vertically. You've done side to side. Move your hands from top to bottom vertically first. You're washing the whole surface from top to bottom, from bottom to top to bottom, bottom to top. Now you're going to move your hands side to side, almost like a basket weave, so you can feel what it feels like side to side. Is it curved in any way? Is it flat? Does it have indentations? Always using the palms of your hands. Sense the electrical tingle. Notice the shield is continuous as well. From the front, right round the right side. There's no break. There's no seam. Now, turn your whole body, pivot on your feet, so that you're facing the back of your shield. You've turned yourself around. You're looking at the back of the shield with spiritual eyes. Continue now using the palms of your hands like window washers. Massage the shield's surface to explore the entire back. Side to side first, and then vertically top to bottom. Again, note how far the shield is from your body's back. Is it only 6 inches? Is it less? Is it 12, 18, 24, 36? Do you feel the tingles? Oftentimes, your back shield is much closer to your body than the front or the side. You could ask yourself why. Now turn to your left side. Still using your hands like window washers, notice how there is no seam between the back and the left side, the same way that there was no seam between the front and the right and the back. Your shield is one tingling, continuous surface. Sometimes, in an unmaintained shield, you might find that it's a little bit blown out in places or ragged, but don't worry. We can easily fix that. You aren't done yet. Almost, but not quite. Now, from the left side, swivel again to face front. You've done a full circle. Feel that containment field of tingling energy all around you. You are in the center of an energetic containment field. Do you feel it? Is it holding you? Do you feel safe and comforted? Now raise both hands above the head, palms up. Notice how high your shield's roof is. Is it 6 inches? Is it less? Is it more? Is it 2 feet? Or even more than that? Again, notice no seams between the front, the right side, the back, the left side, and back to front again, and how there is no seam at the top of your shield either. Your shield slides seamlessly up into the roof. One consistent shield. Okay. Rest a moment to feel your shield protecting you on all 5 sides. It's only 5 sides. There's more. But rest here to feel the protection. Finally, extend your senses down into the earth below your feet. Now, these are your spiritual senses, your spiritual eyes, your spiritual sight, your spiritual touch. Use your spiritual sight to measure how far down into the earth your shield actually extends below your feet. And this is your grounding. When you ask yourself to ground, this is what you're actually talking about. Feel it extend down, no more than maybe 2 or 3 feet. If it's more than that, you might be quite stuck. You're almost ready to end this part of our journey today. I know you don't want to leave, but we really have to. But first, extend all of your senses from inside the shield to feel the shape, the outside shape, the inside of the outside shape of your shield, how it fluidly moves around you. Move your body a little, just a little. Sway back and forth. Feel the shape. What is that shape? Is it a rocket ship? Is it a bubble? Is it like a scuba diver's suit that fits every contour of your body? Or is it like plasma, free-flowing and moving in the moment, able to move in whichever direction and manage whatever hit comes from the outside? Note the shape. It's important for future. Feel the easy flow and movement of your outer shield as your body moves inside its tingling, protective containment barrier. Is it a tight hug? Or do you have wiggle room to take a hit from outside energy and not get all shaken up in your body? That's his purpose, is to provide an energetic buffer zone. That buffer zone is what quantum shielding gives you, that traditional methods don't give you. A quick little repair here. If it's between 18 to 24 inches from your body on any side other than below ground, if it feels too close, 12 inches or less, use the palms of your hands to gently massage and push out the barrier on whichever side needs a little more wiggle room. If it's too much, use the palms of your hands to gently pull it back in. Do this now. Slowly, very slowly. Push it out a little bit, slowly, slowly, slowly if it needs. Wherever it needs. Pull it back in again if it's too far out on any one side. Do it gently, slowly, slowly, slowly. And with a little love. Okay. Your shield should be feeling like the perfect containment field, the perfect container for you. So now rest inside your outer shield and just feel that energy cocooning you. Feel the safety and the communication coming from it. It is sentient. And in its way, it lets you know it's pleased. You are finally getting to know each other. And that the conversation about protection can finally begin. And that would be the next lesson in the Shielding Basics program. But for now, it's time to return to your human consciousness. I know you don't want to leave yet, but we need to. So, just breathe gently in and out. Feel the breath going into your lungs and moving out of your lungs. Feel the blood moving in fingers and toes, arms and legs, shoulders and hips. Feel the blood moving through your torso. Your belly is waking up. Your lungs are waking up. Your heart is pumping oxygen-rich blood to your brain. You are a thinking being. In a moment, you will feel a strong click as mind, body, spirit, soul, and energetic essence come back together in the perfect human being that you are. You are whole, you are healthy, you are grounded, and you are safe. Open your eyes and welcome back. Welcome back. It's time to thank your shield for opening up its quantum energy field to you. And so a little bit of appreciation never hurts. Just feel that appreciation. Let's take a full moment to come fully back into your body. So stretch your body a little. Stretch your arms, stretch your back and your legs, and feel yourself breathing. Shake out your arms and your hands and roll your neck side to side. And I'm doing this with you because I did the exercise with you too. Don't be surprised. Oh, doesn't that feel good now? Don't be surprised if colors are a little more intense and sounds are a little more crisp. And don't be surprised if after you leave this tent, your body begins to alert you more, or you become more aware of your body, alerting you with physical sensations in your gut, in your head, your back. especially when your outer shield is trying to get your attention. When it does that, simply pause briefly and go, what is this all about? Why do I need to be paying attention? What's coming in? And if you pause your mind, surprisingly, a thought will pop in and it could be the answer. So, congratulations, one and all. You have stood briefly inside your outer shield. You bridged the human and energy dimension to experience the space that exists between your body and your shield. In the next out-of-body waking meditation in this training, which we won't be taking today, you would be leaving your body to travel fully into the energetic dimension to remote view your own energy field, your outer shield, and even more. But sadly, no time for this today. In this meditation, you only said hello to your outer shield. Hello. You did no programming at all to manage incoming energies. So don't be surprised when it doesn't really change, because you haven't done the programming. This is the work of continuing shielding training. And you have yet to be introduced to inner shield or the value of inner critic, your third shield. If you want more detail on shielding, you can continue our discussion in the PDF special offer to today's attendees. You'll find the extra notes, and there are so many of them, in blue at the end of the presentation notes. We're almost out of time for today, but I'd like to leave you with a few questions. And these questions you can play with about what you just experienced inside your own outer shield buffer zone. So, touching your outer shield protective barrier is a vibrational barrier. What do you know now about protective shields you're born with that you didn't know 30 minutes ago? Think about that now for a moment. What do you know now about protective shields, the ones you were born with, outer shield specifically actually, that you did not know 30 minutes ago? Pretty surprising, isn't it? What do you know now that validates your intuition when you just know what you know, but you don't know how you know? How do your energetic barriers validate your intuition? You just know. Think about a few instances when that actually happened. And when your body talked to you, and it was your outer shield barrier communicating. How do you know now what validates your intuition? And what's different for you now that you've been inside your shield and felt its entire inner surface? What's different about shielding for you now? And do you want more? You all just experienced the first exercise all shielding students learn in Empath Shielding Basics Training. Because so many empaths can't afford the cost or the time for private one-on-one training, but really can't afford not to take the training if they want a fully functional, non-isolating life, I rewrote all my private client sessions into low-cost, do-it-yourself, in your spare time, email lessons. But that's not all. The reason was because too many empaths are overwhelmed by life, lost or hiding from the tsunami of energy that surrounds them. My guides, the Soul Guardians, say we are at a critical point in man's history with only about 20 years to turn the tide of man's inhumanity to man. Empaths, people like us, with communicating shielding, is a strong beginning to turn that tide. We are compassionate, feeling people. Families with empath children being taught communicative shielding from birth is a stronger continuation. Within 20 years, empaths could be in positions of power, changing every community in every country in the world into being a kinder, gentler, more compassionate, more healing, and more healed place. We'll still have businesses, we'll still do business, we'll still have work, we'll still be living the lives, but it will be a more humane world. And it will be our children that do this. At the beginning of the seminar, I promised you more to take away on quantum energy protective shielding. And Nichelle Moonshadow asked if I could give you something special to take with you. So, since I'm not here with you in person, my special gift is downloadable. It is the Courageous Path Empath Support Handbook. It's the Empath Foundation's Handbook #1, and it's an e-manual that gives answers you won't find anywhere else on the internet. I challenge you to find them elsewhere. These are the answers to the questions I asked about being an empath. My guides, the Soul Guardians, gave me those answers over, 30, 40 years. But, so what you're getting is very clear instruction. But we don't stop with the free gift. No. There's one more bonus. If you found value in this presentation and want to keep what you learned here at your fingertips when you leave, you can take advantage of this very special Medicine Muse attendee offer. You can download this entire seminar as an MP3 audio to listen to anytime you choose. And you can share it with anybody you want to share it with. Plus, as well as the MP3 audio, you also get all of my notes, my entire background script for this conversation. And you get minute details, additional notes that I didn't have time to share, all about quantum energy shield. On top of that, there's more. Plus, you get to talk to me, Sue Rumack, the empath trainer, live, one-on-one in a private 30-minute conversation that's all about you and your unique gifts. And I won't even try to sell you anything. Except for this. This added bonus, the attendee offer, is only $18. $18. It's a special attendee offer. Go to my website. Check out my prices. You will see that this actually has a value of well over $107. But 18 is a spiritual number. It's a number that in the Kabbalah translates numerically to meaning life, high. Empaths are valuable people. You are a valuable person. And I don't believe that any empath should be left behind. So, if you want to continue with this seminar, listen to it again, and have a one-on-one conversation with me, and have all the additional notes, and have the script that you can look at later on so you can read it all, you're going to click on the additional offer. May I share my future vision with you? Empaths birth other empaths. And our kids are often born with stronger gifts than our own. When we are lost in overwhelm and isolation, our children are lost because they repeat our history. They feel our pain and assume that it's theirs. They own it and grow up believing that it's theirs. Teachers, doctors, therapists diagnose them and label them and medicate them and they are doomed to repeat our pain. If there is an owner's manual that teaches us how to protectively shield using the gifts God gave us, is it not worth exploring? And this is what quantum shielding and energy is about. It is the manual that you're looking for. My vision and goal is to reach a tipping point of healthy, fully shielded empaths using communicative quantum energy shields within the next 20 years. So there will be at least 2 new generations who experience their empath gifts as the gift it is, and who live their purpose with joy, healing themselves and the world a little more every single day. Now may not be the right time to talk about empath training. However, you have just experienced lesson 1, getting inside your outer shield. You know it's there, and you know what it feels like. For more about how you can learn everything you need to know about quantum energy shielding, turn your cell phone back on right now. Put it on mute as well. But activate your camera and photograph this screen. You should be seeing a blue poster that says in the middle, photograph URL bonus and more. And below that, there is a black URL, a hyperlink. Photograph that specifically. And when you get back to where you can connect with the internet, type that URL into your browser, a new browser, and click. And that will open you to these opportunities, the free bonus, that empath handout, and also to the attendee offer. Okay. If you want more training, there are 3 levels available to suit every budget and need. So photograph these links now. Join our free Facebook community to meet your tribe and ask your questions, get spot coaching for free from me in the threads comment, and also get free resources in the files tab to the left of the discussion column. And that is Courageous Path Empath Academy on Facebook. For affordable, self-paced empath training, that's do-it-yourself training, in your own space, at your own time, really, really cheap, photograph this link. Number 2. Number 3, if you want a free do-it-yourself resource library with even more resources than at the Facebook page, go to Courageous Path Empath Support. That's www.courageouspathempathsupport, and click on this link. That is the DIY resource library.html. So, what you can do right now? Number 1, use your cell phone to photograph the URL on this screen. Number 2, type that into a new browser. So do this now if you've got internet, before you forget. Then, click your free bonus. That's the free bonus. Empath Foundation's e-handbook. When you've done that, go back to the main page and click Purchase Special Medicine Muse Attendee Offer. Price $18. Value $107. 3 MP3 audio downloads, entire PDF script, additional information, plus private one-on-one phone consultation for 30 minutes. And that's it. Thank you for joining me to talk about the differences between 21st century empath protective shielding and traditional protective shielding. Until we meet again, I'm Sue Rumack, empath trainer at Courageous Path Empath Support. You can always find me at www.courageouspath.com. That's courageouspath, PATH.com. And I'm as close as your email at support@courageouspath.com. Enjoy, enjoy. from Sue Rumack, the Empath Trainer. Have a wonderful day, everyone. It was a pleasure talking to you. Go off now. Have fun. Bye-bye.